Hi, I'm the Moorlander and this is Moorlander EDC. Today we are going to be talking about sunglasses, specifically from WileyX. Now, I was talking to my good friends over at Military First about sunglasses, getting out into the sun, but also I think for my viewers, you're the type that also might want something so that you've got a little protection for your eyes as well. And that's not necessarily protection from the sun. All of the glasses that we'll have a look at today will give you some protection from the sun. But I'm talking about, let's say you've got your glasses on, you go to the range and you've forgotten your pew-pew glasses. So instead, it's just something that you can wear during the day, and also you can wear if you wanted to do some other kind of, fun pew-pew stuff. Now, there's 5 pairs that we're going to have a look at today. These were all sent to me from WileyX via Military First, so of course I'll leave all of these links so that you can have a look at these below as well. Now, there are some bits that I might just kind of go over, and that's just the fact that all of these glasses, so there are the ones that I have on my face today, which are the Wiley X Ovations, and then we have these as well. So all of these will offer you some protection as far as ballistics is concerned, and they'll all offer you certain protections as far as sun factor protections. So what I will do is, of course, I'll leave some links below so that you can see exactly what they are, mainly because to go through all of the US standards, the NATO standards, the European standards, all that sort of stuff will probably take quite some time. But if you're in the know and understand that sort of stuff, then the links that you'll be able to find for each of these will give you that information as well. Now, just a little part about all of these as well. So all of these are available in multiple different colours. Some of them have different lens colours as well. Some of them have lenses that you can easily swap out. So if you were to damage the lenses, then you can replace those. These, the Ovations, these are the ones that I've had the longest and absolutely love them. All of the other glasses, these have been sent to me. I've had them now for about 2 months. It's been very hot here in the Kingdom of the Moorlands over the last 2 months. And plus, last week I was away in Gran Canaria on a family holiday, so I took these with me as well. So these have been tested whilst doing some plinking out in my woods. But all of these have been tested whilst swimming, whilst going out on day walks, whilst doing lots of kind of adventure activities, and they've all performed excellent. As far as swimming is concerned, they've all been great. Whatever anti-fogging that these have on them meant that the water beaded off. I will say though, and this isn't the glasses' fault, if you're swimming in open water, these are great. If you're swimming in things like pools whilst you're away on holiday, because 1, they're full of a little bit of wee, 2, there's a little bit of just natural fats and oils off people, and 3, there's a lot of suntan lotion and the top film of the water. You do get a little bit of that caked onto them. However, what I will say is, when you get back to your room, just a little bit of soap and they rinse off and they're perfect. You're back to normal with these. Now, the first ones, these are the Ovations. These are the ones that I've had the longest, and I generally absolutely love these. I do like all of the glasses that we've seen today, but these are really, really, really nice. So I like that kind of 1950s, 1960s Ray-Ban kind of look to glasses, and these really do look like that. What you'll find with a lot of the ones that we're going to have a look at today, generally they all, apart from one of them, there's only one of them that didn't come with a hard case. They do all come, apart from one, they all do come with a hard case, and then usually inside each of the hard cases you get like an extra little bag so that you can take these out and you can put them into whilst you're out and about if you don't want to take the hard case with you. And then generally all of them have some sort of cloth. Now, if they don't have a cloth, like with this one does have a cloth, but it doesn't have one of those small bags to put it into. With the Ovations, you also get one of these little neck bits so that you can put these into the arms at the back. Now, as far as the arms are concerned, I consider myself to have quite a large head. The circumference of my head's about 59-60 centimeters. So finding glasses that don't feel like they're falling off kind of just like past my ear, I will say if you are a large framed person, or to put it more correctly, if you've got a head the size of a watermelon, then there's a very good chance that all of these glasses will be perfect for you as well. Now also, some of these do come with these. So these are side shields. Some of them do, some of them don't. These side shields are designed so there's a small part, a small little bit in here, got it on the wrong way, and then these fit into these side shields. So if you are pew-pewing and you're certainly worried about things coming in through the sides of your eyes, then they do a good job of being able to stop that from coming in through the side. What I will say is though, if you do decide to put these on, taking them off again is a chore, and I really do mean a chore. It will test the patience of a saint, and I would also advise, if you're going to try and take them off, don't do it in a room where there are young children around, because they're going to learn some colourful words that they may not have learned when Uncle Randy was in the room last. But yeah, so these kind of fit onto the side here. They are really difficult to take off, but I guess that's a good thing. If you're worried about side impacts, then you want to make sure that whatever this part is here on the side isn't just going to ping off it if they are hit. But yeah, they are good fun to take off. So yeah, so these are the Wiley X Ovations. Now before I go on to the next bit, there's a reason why I bought my WileyX trucker cap out with me as well. I forgot to do this bit. Some of you may be wondering how these fit when you have a hat on. So if you like to keep your hat a little bit high at the front, no issues whatsoever with this. They sit just below the brim here, no issues whatsoever. If you're the type that likes to pull this down a little bit lower as well, you can push these in so that they fit just underneath the brim as well. Now when I get my hats, I generally keep the brims as, you know, they came out of the box. If you're the type that likes to push them in just a little bit more, then you might find that these will connect with the brim a little bit more, but then I guess you're kind of used to that. There are hats out like the company's called Notch, where they have these little cutouts into them so that your glasses will fit in. Ooh, maybe Wiley X and Notch should do a collaboration, and there should be a Wiley X Notch hat. That would make a lot of sense. But anyway, as far as with hats are concerned, these fit within the brim and they don't interfere with your cap at all. Now, on to the next one. Now next up we have the Sierras, the Wiley X Sierra glasses. What I like about these is how light the frame is on these. They also have that kind of quasi 50s Ray-Ban look to them, but with a kind of newer designed refresh to these. Also available in several colours. The lenses on these are is it called Captivate? It is called Captivate. I don't even know why I'm looking. I know that these are called the Captivate lenses. Unlike the Ovations that I just have, I think the Ovations do come with a normal lens or a polarized lens. These do have a polarized lens, so when I'm looking at the camera monitor here now, when I turn my head, it turns dark. But yeah, super comfortable. All of these are very comfortable as well, by the way. But what I will say is, because the frame on these are so light, and plus there's also kind of a different type of material here. So you have this material, but then when it gets to the end here, it's a different, more kind of malleable material. Putting these on and just having these on all day, I've done some good walks with these. There's some B-roll playing with all of these. So some of this is when I was, some of these were when I was out walking. Some of these we went to like a kind of a tropical zoo, which was also very nice for the day. But having these on through the day, incredibly comfortable. The frames on these, because they're so light, you get kind of close to a frameless. Now they're not frameless, and it would be wrong of me to say, oh, you can't see the frames at all. But because the frames are so thin on these, when you have them on, really, really nice. Now, one of the things that I do need to touch about, which is one that we'll have a look at the moment, on one of the other ones is that distance between your eye and the glasses. Now these do sit, and so do the Ovations, these do sit that ever so slightly bit forward. So if you're putting suntan lotion on your face, and like men do, we just slap it all on, that means that you're going to get it on your eyelashes. With these, I haven't had any issues with my eyelashes contacting the actual lens, so that when I've got kind of oil and I've got suntan lotion on the front of these, I haven't had to clean the lenses with these at all, and it's been great. The longer you keep the lenses without having to touch them means the longer that they're going to keep clean, and you're going to get kind of crystal clear views. What I also like about this is just at the side here, there's a small section between the lens and the frame. It just means that when these are on, it allows a little bit of air to pass through there as well, which just allows your eyes to breathe, which is also really nice. Seems like a strange thing to say that your eyes breathe, but just allowing some air in certainly helps with that. These are the ones that didn't come to me with a hard case. It arrives with a, I think these are fairly standard in the fact that a lot of the other glasses that I've got all have this same pouch with them. Now the pouch itself has a double slip inside, so you can put your glasses into one side, and then in the other with these it comes with a little packet of drugs. It's not a packet of drugs, it's just like got some white stuff in there, but in here as well are those side shields. So similar to the Ovations, on the inside just here there is a small opening that you can put the side shields into, which again, these do have a ballistic rating for protection, and then you've got that side impact if you're concerned about malfunctions and things coming in through the side, or if you're just concerned about things going off and coming in through the side, then they will offer you that protection as well. You don't have to keep that with you. I've just got that with me purely because I keep it in there so I can make this content. Now, wearing this with a hat, again, if you have your hat a little bit high, generally how I have it anyway, no issues whatsoever. You bring this down a little bit further. So now these are ever so slightly wider than the Ovations, so you will find that bringing this down, it's impinged a little bit due to the width of these. Again, I can still, if I put these a little bit closer to my face, I can still bring it down pretty much as close as I could do with the Ovations. But yes, so you will find with this one that it does touch the brim of your hat a little bit, depending on how far you pull it down. Again, if you're the type that wants to push this in a little bit more, then you're going to find that it will contact your glasses, which again is what you do because you like to curve your brim a little bit more than anyone else. But yes, so these are the Sierras. Next up we have the Wiley X Jakls. Now, I genuinely really do like, I'm going to say this about all of them, but for me, for my glasses that I've always had in the past, I've always had, and I hope this is the correct term, I've always had a full frame for them, so that you've got the frame across the top and the frame comes all the way around the bottom. I've honestly never had, I hope this is the right term, a half frame like this. Daft stuff like I'd not noticed before, so when I'm lying and I'm reading, you don't get that, you don't get the frame at the bottom, which is actually really nice, and it's surprising that I've never picked up a pair of these half frame glasses before. Now these come, as far as your accessories, you get your hard case with these, and you get your kind of soft pouch, and this is the same, so it's got a double bit on the inside, but with the Jakls, or at least how these arrived to me, there's no side protection on these. But I will say, if you look at that, so they do offer quite a bit of protection through the side, because it comes round. So if I'm touching here, I can see it when I lift it up there, but I can't see my finger there. So because it comes round the sides here, it should offer you some protection as it comes through here. The lenses on these, again, like all of these, there's different types of lenses that you can get. These, if I remember rightly, so these aren't polarized, but if I'm right in saying, I think there are some polarized options for these. Now with the frames on here, so where the arms come over through the back here, you got the same kind of composite material that the vast majority of all of these are made from. But with the previous ones, the Sierra, that kind of grippy bit was the last third of the arm where it kind of came around. With these hug your head, and they're very nice when you've got them on. But instead, so there's the composite material that comes across here, but then underneath here, it's either fully kind of rubbery, or there's a rubbery coating to that. So when you've got these on, one, they give your head a nice pinch. It's not too hard, but it's just enough to make sure that they stay secure. And plus, with the bit where it makes contact with your ear here, it stops these from sliding forward. Now, out of all of the glasses here today, I would say these are the ones that have needed to have been less adjusted through the day. So if you've got suntan lotion on, or it is that you're just naturally a sweaty person, which I am, you'll find that a lot of glasses, it's not very often that you're kind of pushing them back up again, but you'll find that you'll need to adjust them through the day. These, you put these on, and it's like a face hugger stuck to your head, apart from the little gills and the neck, the tail around your neck. When you've got these on, and when I've had these on, I've found that I just simply haven't needed to adjust these through the day. Or maybe I have once or twice, but it's less of a distraction that I've had to adjust them, if that makes sense. I've just had to do it so little that I've not noticed that I'm doing it. Now, one of the strange things, and again, this is new to me because I've not worn these half frame lenses before. Not noticing the bottom of the frame here is brilliant, and it just feels kind of strange because I've not had this experience before. The one thing that, because this part isn't here, I have noticed the bridge part more, and again, it's not a bad thing. It's just an observation. Some of you might be watching this thinking, Rand, you just being a bit weird now, because this is what everybody that's got these before have noticed. But the bridge section here, I've noticed it more, probably because I'm not noticing this section underneath as well. What I'll also note as well is that whilst wearing these, because they fit so well, they also, the lens seems to fit closer to my eye. So through the day when I've had suntan lotion on, or I've been sweating, or I've just got the natural oils from my eyes, these are the ones that after a while I have had to take these off just to clean the inside of the lens because of that kind of oils that I've got onto it. It's not been a lot, but it's been enough that I've noticed it, and then I've had to just take the little cloth bag out, and I've just cleaned them. Super simple. It doesn't smear, or it's not difficult to take off. But I will say, it's just an observation that through the day I have noticed that those bits off my eyelashes have been getting onto here. Now with a hat, if you're a kind of a high wearer, again, which you'll probably find with all of these today, it doesn't make any contact with there. And again, just bringing this down closer to, so this is the one possibly that I can get the brim the lowest. I don't know if that's because it's a smaller frame, or just because it manages to fit in, because it's got that kind of curve as it curves around your head. It doesn't have to jut out as much, so when I've got a hat on for this. I can see why glasses like this are particularly favoured by law enforcement, if it is that you have to wear a cap or whatever it is you're doing. But these, the Jakls are probably the most hat-friendly glasses of all of the ones, closely followed then by the Ovations that I've been able to test out. So yeah, so these are the Wiley X Jakls. Next up we have the Apex. I'm smitten with these, and I think for a few different reasons. Similar to the Ovations, these have a kind of semi-50s Ray-Ban look and feel to these, and they're also incredibly comfortable. Now what I will say that you notice a little bit of a difference between these and some of the others is, it comes down to the construction with these. So all of the ones that we've looked at so far are all made from a plasticky, composite-y, resiny kind of material. These are the first ones that have some metal construction in here. Now actually, let me take a step back. So as far as kind of your construction is concerned, the vast majority of these, if I'm right saying, I probably should have checked this beforehand, they all have metal hinges, so they're all, you know, really tough glasses. These are designed to be, you know, as tough as you can possibly get. So don't worry about any of the others because they're made from composite materials. You know, they're certainly not as tough as the Apex. They are as tough as the Apex. But what I'm saying with these is because you have this different material in here, you notice there's a little bit more weight to these. And my nan always used to say, if you pick something up and it feels heavy, it's probably, you know, it's well made or it's expensive, and you get that feel with these. But just having these on again, they have that real kind of 50s look to them, that Ray-Ban look and feel to them, but with a modern tinge to them. Instead of having smooth kind of what's the word? Smooth lines to them. I was going to say something else. These they have a little bit kind of cuts into them. For my nose as well, which I wouldn't say is a particularly wide or kind of thick nose, but the opening on the nose section here, it just fits perfectly into these, and I've found that these have been some of the most comfortable glasses. And again, that's not to say that any of the others aren't uncomfortable, but for these, I think it just fits my head perfectly. Like a lot of things, I think there's so many things out there that you've just got to try them on to understand how well they fit. And luckily with the Apexes, these have just fit me really well. Now with the Apex, you get a hard case. You also get the same soft case, which again I think this is the same through all of these. And the inside here, it has that kind of dual pocket, so you can put your glasses into one side, and then on the other side, oh, I've got it in the right section. You do get some side shields. Now, important point with this one is that the side shields on these fit differently to all of the other glasses that we've seen today. So with all of the other glasses that we've seen, the arms on these are wide enough that there is a section in there that they can cut into, that the eye shield, the side shield will then be able to slot into, so that you can put them in and you can remove them. With this one, this is a solid piece of metal here on the side that you don't have the option to be able to do that. So instead, with the eye shield, you get two options with this. Have I got this right around? Yeah. So this one here in my right hand, these eye shields or these side shields, if you put these on, these are the permanent ones, and you can't take these off without actually breaking them. Whereas these here, these are the side shields that you can put on and take off if you want to. Now both offer you that same side protection. It's just the fact that with these, if these are your permanent range glasses or whatever it is that you're doing with these, once you've got these on, you can't take them off, unless of course you've got some pliers and you actually snap them off, but it will break these and it'll mean that you can't put them back on. Luckily, and I'm guessing through either staff testing at WileyX or from customer feedback, they've put a big safety warning on these to say these, well actually it says so attention, side shields are permanent. Once installed, they cannot be removed. Now I'm guessing they probably can be removed. Do you know what, I've not even opened them. Let's have a look. I'm guessing they're still made from the same kind of resin as the other ones. This would really show off if they were. Yeah, they are. So they're still made from a kind of resin material. So I guess you probably can take them off. But the point is, if you take them off, you're going to have to break them to take them off. Now with these again, swimming with these has been great. The distance between my eyelashes and the actual lights themselves, apologies for the plane that's flying over, is sufficient enough that I've not got any natural oils from my eyelashes onto these. The frames, or at least the arms on here, so you've got this metal, but then the rear part of the arm that goes over your ear has got a kind of a soft feel to it, kind of soft rubbery feel to it. So again, when these are on, they're on and they just cup at the back of your head on your ears there, and it holds them in place all day. They do move ever so slightly. As I mentioned with the previous ones, the Jakls, they just sit in place all day. With a sweaty head, with a hot head, with lots of suntan lotion on here, they do fall forward a little bit, but it's not a massive amount. Now, where did I put my cap? So there you go, there's a second plane flying over. So with the cap, higher position, no issues whatsoever. Pulling these forward a little bit more, these do come into contact with the brim of your hat actually a little bit more with these. If you curl them round, then you're definitely going to be making some contact with these. I just find that if pulling these down, if the sun's directly into your eyes, your brim does ride up a little bit higher. For me, I'm willing to take that as, you know, I'm happy with these just because of how much I do like these glasses. If you do like this look and feel, but you like this to be down a little bit further, then the Ovations are a perfect replacement for these. So yeah, so there you go, these are the Apex. Now last but definitely not least are the Wiley X Alpines. I get a massive nostalgia hit wearing these. For people that are old enough to remember back to the 90s, when Oakley first came out with their, I think what they call the frog skin glasses, but they were the kind of the first ones that wrapped around your head, so they got your protection from the side, but just opened it up so that you could see more. This is what I get with these. The frames on these are thicker, they're wider, and they've really got that kind of nostalgic look to these, which is why I've really enjoyed wearing these. Again, these are available in a few different colours. These are available with, I believe, with or without polarized lenses. The lenses on these are the polarized versions. Swimming with these has been great. Just wearing these through the day has also been absolutely amazing. Because of the kind of the wraparound nature that you get with these, similar to the Jakls. Now the Jakls, I would say, are the ones that are the most figure hugging. You put those on and they stay in place all day. These two also stay in place all day. There was a little bit of adjusting through the day, but if the Jakls are the ones that haven't moved the most, these will then be the next ones in line of the ones that don't move. The frames on these, or at least the arms on these, so you've got the same composite material which has got a bend in these so that they wrap around your head, and then also similar to the Jakls, you have this rubberized section underneath here so that when you've got these on, one, they're holding onto the back of your head for dear life, don't fall off kind of thing, but two, where it connects with your ears, this does hold them in place. As far as side protection with these, you don't get, actually let's take a step back. So inside the box you get hard case, you also get the same soft case that you get with all of the others. This has that kind of front section and back section so you can put your glasses into this, but you don't get any side impact side guards. The main reason for that is on the side profile here you can see how well that wraps around the side of your face, and plus the arms on here are pretty thick again, which is why I get that kind of nostalgia hit with these, just how thick these are. But when they're on from the sides here, hopefully you'll be able to see that my eyes are protected from the side here. If I put my finger on the side here, obviously I can't see it because it's in the way, but I can't see the top or the bottom of my finger there, so you are getting full protection from the front all the way around to the sides of these. They don't sit as close to you. I've already said this bit. I've already said that bit. I don't know. Anyway, they don't sit as close to your face as the Jakls do. So, unlike the Jakls, when I've had these on all day and I'm blinking, you can't see me blinking here now, but I'm blinking now, and my eyelashes aren't connecting with the lenses on the front. So I've had these on, and apart from the time that I've been swimming with these and I've come out and they're caked in suntan lotion, I haven't had to clean these at all through the day. I like everything about these, I genuinely do. These are also incredibly comfortable. The nose bridge on these are a little bit, it feels a little bit wider. Maybe that's as well also why they kind of sit so well whilst on my face. And although these have a full frame, a frame at the top and a frame here at the bottom, because you get this wraparound feel, or you get this wraparound way that it attaches to your face and to your ears and head, you certainly don't notice them as much, especially in your periphery, which again, I can fully understand why glasses like this are worn so much by law enforcement and also acting servicemen and women. Your periphery on here, these, apart from the Jakls, which also have excellent periphery, I would say these are probably the best for being able to see as much as, I mean, I've got my hands outstretched now, yeah, I can see those, but if I put them back here, which is where the frames are and where the arms are, I don't get to see these, but for as much kind of periphery as you can possibly get, these certainly are excellent. They're also nice and light. When you look at the glasses like this, because of how thick and how sturdy the frames are, you would assume that these are reasonably heavy, and it's deceptive. Whatever witchcraft Wiley X have been able to do with these, they've made sure that they are still nice and light when you've got these on all day. So again, wearing my hat, as I'm sure you'll imagine, if I've got this so that it's reasonably high, there's no contact there whatsoever, but bringing this a little bit further down, these do sit within your brim quite well, and hopefully you've noticed I've been able to bring this down reasonably close to the front as well. Similar to the Jakls, because they have that wrap around so that it's more a little bit of kind of ergonomic, so that it sits closer to your face. You will find that if you're the type that wants to pull your hat down a little bit further, that with the Alpines, have I been calling these something different? I hope I've been calling these Alpines, but with the Alpines you'll find that you can get the brim of your hat down a little bit further if you're after full kind of maximum protection from the sun. And again, I think if you're the type that wants to bring these in, which you're always going to be affected by this, it just means that you can bring your brim down further before you're then going to be making any contact with the actual frame of the glasses themselves. I've never really kind of gone into testing lots of different glasses before, and as far as the little adventures and the family holiday, and kind of my wife's been like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just taking B-roll of myself again wearing some glasses. I've thoroughly enjoyed testing these out. The beauty of certain EDC or kind of everyday items is that they're just so easy to test, and glasses are things like that, or shorts, or I don't know, just clothes, because you go out, you go on an adventure, and they're just part of your life whilst you're out there. And they've just been super simple and super easy. It's one of the things that, from my Ovations, which were the first pair of Wiley X glasses that I've had, they're incredibly well made. I'm sure if you know of Wiley X, you'll know of the kind of the dedication that they put into their glasses, and it certainly stands out with all of the glasses that I've tested with these five here. Now, of course, again, I do want to say a huge thank you to both Wiley X and Military First. Military First did send these to me, but Wiley X sent them to them first. Military First, if you don't know them, I've worked with them for the last 6 or 7 years now. Absolutely awesome company. They are one of the UK's largest outdoor adventure, military, airsoft, whatever it is that you're after. There's a very good chance that Military First will have it. Yeah, they're an awesome company, and I just want to give them a huge shout out. So all of the links will be below. I'll leave the Military First links if you want to pick a pair of these up, but I'll also leave the Wiley X links as well. Again, some of the ballistics, kind of all of the little kind of the bits that you may want to know. It does say them on the inside here, and it gives you some measurements on the inside as well, but I would have took too long talking about that sort of stuff, so all of that stuff's in the links below. I'll leave some of my social media links as well, so you can see more from me here on Moorlander EDC and my sister channel Moorlander Tactical. And whether you're watching this on YouTube or Rumble, as always, stay safe, stay Moorlander, and stay EDC. What have we got next? Jakls. I'd got Jakls in my head. I knew these were the Jakls. I don't know why I didn't say that they were the Jakls. Anyway, you're an idiot. Damn it! I've forgotten again. My short-term memory, which is one of the issues with dyslexia, is my short-term memory is shockingly bad. Apex. Of course, I know it's the Apex, because I'm an apex predator. So there you have it. Yeah, I hope you're all good. It's hot. Stay hydrated. Everything I've got today is green. Green hat, green trousers, green t-shirt, green camera bag, green seat, green bottle of water. That's how people in London say it. Here in the Kingdom of the Moorlands, we say bottle of water. Anyway, yeah, I hope you're good, and I will see you all soon. Love you lots.